News.
Well, it was announced this week that Tom Brady will be joining the Fox Sports family as the lead NFL analyst when he retires. And Brady's former teammate and close friend, Julian Edelman, tweeted his reaction to the news with this beautiful photo of old Tom Brady saying, when he retires, in quotes, believe it when we see it, which he has a point, because if it's up to Tom Brady, he's going to be playing till his legs fall off. But Brady also made his way into the NBA playoffs last night when Shaq and Charles Barkley were sharing their love and admiration for him on TNT. Take a listen.
You both have this kind of infatuation with Tom Brady.
No, we don't have a fact. Because Shaq came in the other night. He said, "Yeah, man, I had dinner with Tom Brady the other night." And he
gorgeous.
He said, "You're right." And he said,
Gorgis.
Hey, he did. He came. He said, "Man, I got to tell you something." I said, "What?" He said, I was out with Tom Brady the other night. You're right. That's a pretty man. I said, Shaq. I tell you, every time I'm around him, when he started talking to me and I make eye contact, I don't remember nothing he said after that.
It's beautiful. I mean, I've always said there's a Tom Brady effect when he walks into a building and he's on the field. Everyone wants to be better for Tom, but obviously the Tom Brady effect goes way beyond that and into anybody he meets. Shaq ended up also going on his podcast and sharing the news about Tom Brady, saying no one deserves it more to have this opportunity and this contract. And then I was thinking, Joy, what person, athlete, non-athlete, has ever had a job opportunity already, like, deal signed while they're already in another deal in their prime and you don't know when that next deal is going to happen? Maybe college coaches when they're in the playoffs or any kind of coach, and then you know that they're going to be a head coach somewhere else. But there's no.
I think this happens more than people would assume. I think there's maybe not necessarily announced arrangements, but yeah, this happens a lot. I mean, people plan for their future. Yeah, it's not unheard of.
But this could be a year, 2 years. I mean, we don't know.
Sure, but it's not going to be 10 years. I think Julian is, he's making a funny.
Yes,
but
definitely making a funny.
Obviously, Tom Brady is eventually going to retire, and being that this is the job that is lined up for him when he is going to retire. It's not a clunky transition. No. So it's not something that you're not looking forward to doing. And look, Giselle's talked about wanting to get him off the field for quite some time now. So I don't think that the pressure has ratcheted down now that this is what's coming up next. So I think also his contract in the NFL he's a free agent after this year.
Yes.
So there are some other things in place outside of his, actual play and how long he wants to play. So he's not going to be away from the game. He's just going to not be physically playing the game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be 3 or 4 or 5 years. I think, and I have no knowledge of this, I do think he's going to retire next year. I think it's going to be the end. It's the end of his contract. I don't think he wants to go to another team.
Start all over again.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot. Could be wrong. Tom is the one who's going to let us know when he's done.
Yep.
I've never made it a part of my professional life to speculate on when Tom Brady's going to retire. It is an exercise in futility. And Shaq is right. Who would have this kind of situation other than the GOAT? I want to hear from the GOAT. I'm very excited to hear from the GOAT. I think he's going to be excellent. He's going to pour everything he needs into being great at this, and I'm looking forward to it.
Because that's what he does. Everything he touches turns to gold. He is excellent, and he puts in 110%. But I love hearing Shaq and Barkley last night. That was epic. All right, switching gears. The Broncos will be entering a new chapter this season with their new franchise quarterback, Russell Wilson. And John Elway recently spoke about the opportunity to have Russ under center. He said, "We're excited that he's in town. There's no question. He's kind of the piece that we've needed. It's great to see that fan base energized again. And we've got a chance to compete in that AFC West, which is obviously going to be tough if he can stay healthy. Russ has been there before. He's won a Super Bowl. He knows what it takes, and the leadership that he is providing is tremendous." Now, Russ is a winner. He knows what it takes to get to that level. We've seen it. He's come there early, before camp. He's working. But as we've been talking about this week, there is a lot of pressure on Russ because the last two high-end quarterbacks who make the switch to a new team, starting with Tom Brady in the Bucs and then Matthew Stafford in the Rams, both won Super Bowls in their first seasons with this new team. So there are high expectations. However, Russ does have one more small hurdle. The entire team has a new coach as well. So that's something to factor in. But again, I love all the hype surrounding it. This is what you want to hear when you have someone like Russ coming to a new organization. We've been hearing nothing but positive things, which is, what you would expect. But again, time will tell. Time will tell how this will span out.
Well, we'll get to see their schedule. This is one of the schedules that I'm really looking forward to seeing tonight. So the schedule release, the 2022 NFL schedule releases tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern here on FS1 and on NFL Network. And this is a schedule that I'm going to be paying attention to. He has a high mountain to climb up there beyond where he is at in Mile High because of everything you just said. The last two high-level marquee quarterbacks to switch teams, and Tom Brady and Matthew Stafford won immediately in their new places.
Immediately.
But they do have a new head coach, and those places did not have a new head coach. So that is an extra hurdle for them to overcome. And the division is insane. So I have high expectations for the Broncos and Russell Wilson. I'm not going to say that I expect them to win a Super Bowl this year. I think that's, that's a lot. But they do have to make a lot of noise. And if it doesn't go well, which I don't anticipate, but if it doesn't, it's going to be a lot. Because, Russ did pick up some drama, which I was totally fine with.
You
deserve to control your career at that point. And get out of Seattle if that's what you're looking to do and you think you can be in a better place to win. And he is, and we will see. But this is going to be a really tough season for the Broncos, and everyone's going to be coming for them.
Yep. Well, another interesting season is going to be for the Dolphins. And they posted what was supposed to be a hype video of Tua throwing to his newest wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. Unfortunately, the video has been met with a lot of criticism. People immediately started pointing out that the ball appears to be underthrown. But former quarterback Kurt Warner was quick to come to the defense of Tua. He tweeted, "I played many years of professional football, and as much as I hate to admit it, I underthrew deep passes a number of times in practice." There, I said it. Good to get that off my chest. Now, I think Warner was just being nice here. We've seen what Tua can do in a game. That has always been something of a concern. This is also going to be a little bit of a wake-up call for Tyreek Hill. He is going from one of the most unique and special quarterbacks in the league in Patrick Mahomes to Tua. And I don't know if he's kind of getting a wake-up call in these little, practices, camps that they're having. But it's going to be an adjustment. It is not going to be the same thing, that same connection, that same special magic that he had in Kansas City.
Well,
it's telling.
It's the Magic City, and he's getting paid a lot of money to be there. So, this is the next phase of your career. When you're Tyreek Hill, you make a lot of money, and you are the number one guy, and you get paid as such. And there's concessions that you make in that situation, which is Patrick Mahomes and Tua are not the same guy.
No,
I've had lots of questions about Tua. I'm excited that he's going to get a whole year starting, and there's no one lingering, and there's no trade talks, and we can finally see what Tua is. You've got Tyreek Hill, you've got an offensive coach, you've got an upgraded offensive line, you've got lots of other pieces and receivers and tight ends, and the defense is good. They've completely done everything that they can to put everything that Tua would need to be successful, and we'll see if he is. I don't make too much of practice highlights good or bad. They're fun, they're good for social media. Yes, that was underthrown. If that was a game, he would get picked. But it's not a game, and he doesn't need to throw his arm out to get it to Tyreek Hill on a practice field. People like to pick on these practice videos. I don't have time. I have other stuff to do. But I'm not going to get excited about this. I care when it's on the field. Whatever. If I sound like an elitist, it's just the facts. Like, this is a practice video. Obviously, their team is going to post it as a highlight. It's exciting. People want to see Tua connecting with Tyreek Hill. Everybody relax. We're going to find out what Tua is. Do not worry. We are going to get a full season of opportunity to see if Tua is the guy in Miami, and we will find out who was right and who was wrong. And this is the year. He's been there 3 years. This is his third year. He has a full opportunity to be the starter. I think he did an amazing job handling everything with Deshaun Watson last year, which was complete nonsense. Anyone else would have flipped out. I certainly would have. So I think he did an amazing job with that. He should have been starting from day one. And Miami did a fantastic job to derail everything that Tua could have possibly been. So this is the year. We'll find out. He's got everything he needs. I'm not freaking out over practice video, though.
All right.
That's Alex
Everyone
Curry
else
with the news. Yes, they are.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping